How are you
Wow.
today, Magda?
I'm doing great. I feel really energized, really pumped up, and I'm so excited to talk some winning products. I feel like we have some interesting ones on the list today, and I could talk about winning products forever. So I'm just super excited to get started. How are you? I like your blazer. It looks
Thank you.
cool.
I try to be, it's a vintage blazer actually. I'm trying to bring the business look into the home office setting.
Yep.
You and I were just talking actually about the folks who are in the chat already, because we
Mhm.
have some personal favorites, like Good Day Mate John. Good Day Mate John, can you tell us like how your business is going? You've been here for a couple of chats. I'd be super curious to know. So like leave a chat update for us.
Yeah, and I just saw Gademe John. He's in Australia, but currently stuck in Oman. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Well, hopefully you get back home. But yeah, we'd love to hear about more about your business. And everyone else that's in the chat, welcome. Get on in here. Um, you know, we're so excited to have you all. Please, we'd love to start this off by just saying hi to everyone and saying, please let us know where you're from. Drop where you're joining us from down in the comments. It's so cool to see that we're all connecting here from all over the world to make some serious money, Shamari Perry.
Monet, Barbados in the house. Wow.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
cool. Wow. So international.
Alexander
Hey
from
Magda,
Poland. Hmm.
is there a theme? So I know every week we're doing these and we present some trending products, and usually the way it goes is you pick the products from data about what
Yep.
is actually selling. So we're not just making guesses here.
Yep.
But we are making guesses because then I haven't seen the products and I guess what you're talking about with the help of the folks in the chat. Um, Before we begin, is there a theme to today's chat?
So there is a bit of a theme to today's chat. Now, we're in an interesting time period when it comes to winning products because it's almost Halloween. Happy early Halloween, everyone. It's on the 31st. And what I wanted to do was get some products, source some products that would be great for the holidays, maybe holiday gifting, not necessarily anything that is too Christmassy, but something, products that if you in the chat are excited to start a business right now, not next year, not in a few months from now, but you're ready to get started right now, you can sell these products. These are all winning products that have been, I looked in the data, and one of our partners, Gurch, helped me out with this. We looked at the data, and these are the best winning products from the last 2 months. So these winners, you can feel confident in selling them for the holidays, getting started selling them now. Some of them are a little more evergreen than the others, but I think the one thing that is really connects them all is sell these in November or get started selling them in November. So I think that's probably the easiest way that I would theme them. Does that make sense?
Very cool. That makes total sense. And while you were chatting, I noticed one of our regulars in the chat, Good Day Mate John, he got his third sale this week. So congratulations.
Wow.
And if you're getting sales, can you let us know? Just like we love to celebrate first sales, second sales, third sales, 100 sales. It doesn't matter, but like definitely use the chat to connect with one another. Also, Isaac points out that yeah, TikTok and Shopify have a new social channel going on, so that um, now if you're on Shopify, you should be able to make TikToks to advertise your products. This is huge. This is like just breaking today, so really exciting for
Yeah,
that
I'm
to
gonna
be out and
actually
about.
I'll drop a link in the chat for later, but everyone, this is really cool. So if you ever were thinking, wait, should I be using TikTok to sell some products? Yes, you absolutely should be. Now it's even easier thanks to the Shopify integration. And I mean, we'll probably be dropping really cool TikTok ideas later in this video for each of the
Hmm.
products. So you'll probably want to stick around for each of those in case you're like, okay, I'm ready to use TikTok, but how? What do I even do?
Yeah.
So, should we get started, Jessica? Are you ready to jump in
Let's
to product number one?
I'm ready to get started. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so this product, usually when it comes to best-selling products, we're looking for things that are selling well. But this product I wanted to put on the list because in the last 2 months, it's made over $100,000. Okay, that's how much is brought in. So this is a big, big winner. Now, it's been on some of our best-selling product lists in the past, It's
Okay.
something that is appropriate for the winter, and it's something that doesn't necessarily keep you warm, but helps to keep something else that's living in your home warm. I'm really bad with that, with coming up
Yeah.
with the clues. It is so bizarre. But I would love to hear. This is something that if you are at home right now, you may be able to see some people. This is a niche that people are really getting interested in more and more recently, and
Hmm.
um, it's something this niche needs during the winter time that you don't really need during the summer.
Okay. Yeah, I love Magda when you give clues, they're either so vague that I have no idea or so specific I immediately know. No, we've got some good guesses. I
Mhm.
think so. I'm agreeing in the chat. I see some folks guessing that maybe we're in the pet kind of pet niche. And I see Joshua had guessed dog snowsuit. And that's what I'm wondering if this is like a dog jacket, because I know we've had that on some of our lists before.
So I would say that this is not anything to do with pets. This has something to do with
Oh.
sometimes people say, I have this and I can barely keep this alive. So I don't know that if I can actually get a pet. Is that a good clue
Oh.
into the type of
I'm
niche that I'm speaking about?
okay. I'm worried now that when people say that, they're actually talking about their own children. Is it
No,
like children's jackets? Okay.
no, there's
Okay. Well,
but
that's good.
but but I will say this is a product that, you know what, I'll just go ahead and
Wait.
oh,
I think we have some. Here come. Okay.
okay,
Now our
MLBV
chat's
and
on fire.
Shamari plants thing. I'm happy that everyone thought of plants and you thought of children, Jessica.
I was like,
Okay.
something you can barely keep alive. Infants.
Oh, wow. Okay. And as we went into plants, good day, May John, you got it. So the first product on the list that's made over $100,000 in the last 2 months is an LED plant light. So this LED plant light
Ah,
we've actually seen before on our winning products list. This isn't necessarily anything new, but it's something that, as people are stuck more and more at home, they are obviously getting some more plants, things that will really help their kind of home life, their home office setup, whatever it may be. And it's something that is going to be exploding within the next few months. So I wanted to include this because we all know people that are self-proclaimed plant moms or plant parents, I should say. And this is an amazing product to throw into a niche store, or it's also an amazing product to, put into a general store if you're trying to sell gifts. Because if someone loves plants, this is like the best and easiest product to get them as a present.
oh my gosh. So I love it. And what I'm wondering is, so one of my favorite videos on YouTube is how to grow more basil than you could possibly eat. It's an
Mhm.
amazing title. It's a super simple video, but the reason I'm bringing this up is this video has millions of views, by the way, and he's growing basil indoors, and he's using a light to warm these. So here's my app. Here's my hack. You create a one product store. Think of a clever name that attached the basil, that plant light with basil. I don't know, basil ablaze or something like that. Definitely not
Yeah.
that, but something like that. Then you go to that YouTube video and you leave a comment saying like, hey, not sure if anyone else could find that light to grow basil, but I use this. Boom, first sale.
Wow. How about
That's my theory.
blazing fast basil? Blazing
Oh, I
fast basil
love
light.
it. I
That one might
love
be.
it. Blue light basil, even though I don't think it really needs blue light basil, but I think like that's oh, I love it when you share a product and I'm immediately like, I want to start selling that product.
Mm. And what
Um,
when you say that, Jessica, I just was looking and I see Isaac had a great question. Is this product already too oversold to start selling it on my store? No way. So why I wanted to include this product was, first of all, saturation is a myth. That's something that you'll hear a lot here on our channel because it's facts. It's the truth. But what I wanted to bring up is that this product we actually had seen years ago on Oberlo as a winning product, and it came back around. And the great thing is with this product is it comes back around. If you check it up online, it comes back around every year during the winter season. It's not holiday.
Ah,
It's not, and you can find a lot of creative angles for it. But one of the best reasons to use it is that it will, or one of the best reasons to sell it, excuse me, is that people will always need these. And it's something that if you can market really well, you can really see a lot of success. And if it was saturated, it wouldn't have sold that much in the last 2 months, and that's just facts. So don't worry about jumping in.
yeah, I was also going to say, sorry, I couldn't help but look up some domain names. Basil Bright, Bright Basil, and basillight.com are all available. And if people don't hop on them, I'm going to hop on them.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that one thing that you bring up, Jessica, that's really cool is, get creative with your angles. If this is just an LED plant light, you know what? A lot of people might be selling LED plant lights. But if you're selling plant lights specifically for herbs or specifically for basil, it will be so much easier for someone to remember it. It will really identify it in their mind. And it's going to... Hopefully someone's taken the domain name, Shamari. I see you over there. And so I think that it's really a great point that you should always try to get a really unique angle, because it will help make it more memorable for your customers. And it'll help you stand out. If you're thinking, oh, this is saturated, cool, just get a new angle.
Yeah, I'm loving I feel like the vibe today is so good. The like chat energy is there.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's bring this to product number 2 and see if we can keep it going.
So product number 2 is a product that you can use in the kitchen. Now, it's a product that you would be able to get pretty much at most kitchen stores. It's something that you kind of have to pull out all the time whenever you're cooking anything. And you have to pull it almost every time you're cooking something. But this product, it's a little more high end than what you would normally use. So do you have any guesses to start?
Let's see. So this is a kitchen product. Chat, if y'all are in the chat, let me know what you think. It's a kitchen product that you pull out a lot. I mean, the first thing that I think of two things. I think of knives. I also think of measuring spoons and measuring cups. Kitchen gloves.
It's not one of those, but I will say you would use it with a knife. Yeah.
With a knife. Oh.
Some sort of guesses. These clues are getting better.
These clues are getting, you are getting better. So Felipe also guessed knife. I'm thinking the one thing I use with a knife is always a cutting board. Yeah, Joshua.
It's a cutting board. It's a cutting board. Joshua, you're the one that guessed it first, but it is a cutting board. So I'll drop the link in the chat for everyone. This is a really cool cutting board. This is not your typical IKEA cutting board. This is a gift cutting board. And if you look into it, it's gorgeous. It's actually made, it says it's made out of walnut, and you can get 2 different pieces that fit together. And frankly, these are some of the best supplier photos I've ever seen. These supplier photos look better than, to be honest, photos I would take myself of the cutting board. And so it's definitely a little bit more on the high end. But why I wanted to include it was because in the last 2 months, it brought in over $70,000. So it's really selling well. Something about this cutting board is hitting a nerve with, buyers out there. And what an amazing gift. Everyone needs a cutting board, and this is a really simple way to kind of get someone something that they would use all the time, and without having to worry, like, are they going to use this kitchen gadget once and then totally forget about it?
I also really like, hey, Nick, thanks for the love on the Dropshipping 101 course. So when I see this cutting board, what's special to me is it's the interlocking nature. So it's really pretty how they interlock. Here's where my mind is at, Magda, because we're talking about gift season. We're talking about Christmas, even Valentine's Day. I'm thinking this is the perfect gift to give a recently married couple or a couple that recently moved in together, because you know what? No one can go to weddings right now because of Corona. No one's having housewarming parties, but people still feel like they want to say, hey, congratulations on moving in together or whatever. And you could say this is a his and hers or a partnership, type of lovey-dovey, leaning on each other, cutting board set. There's a way to spin this, is what I'm saying. If you're in the chat, this is how you make it creative. This is the cutest, most romantic cutting board ever. Nothing will cut you apart with the interlocking. I
Something
can't
like
write copy
that.
on the fly. Something like that.
Something like that would be amazing. And I do want to say that that's a great idea, Jessica. And for everyone that's watching, when we look at the data, there's a lot of couple products, like couple bracelets, couple, and so like to sell something to a couple, like in terms of a cutting board, it's a really great idea. And it just makes it even easier to sell it as a simple gift. Absolutely. You've got to tell a cutting board story. Are we
A
ready?
meat cut, like instead of a meet cute, a meat cut.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, I see where you're going with that, Jessica.
Don't indulge me, Magda. You can just be like, no, Jessica, stop. Yeah, let's go to product number 3 before I get worse.
Okay, so product number 3, product number 3 is a really interesting. I actually was thinking about getting one recently. This is something that has just come up over the last few years, and it's an amazing gift. Now, it is an electronic product, but it is not necessarily a gadget. It's something that you would benefit from, let's say, if you had done a workout and you were really tired, you felt really sore, and it's something that is perfectly aligns with COVID-19 and the restrictions of not being able to go somewhere to get this service. So instead, you can get this product and you can help your sore muscles instead. I hope
Okay.
that's a good clue.
Electric sore muscle device. Okay.
Yep.
I'm kind of, I'm
Wow.
with Felipe.
Felipe,
I have a
everyone, you've got it. It is a massage gun. So this is actually an
massage
electric
gun.
Yeah, so it's actually an electric massage gun. And I actually was looking into them because they are super popular. And one of the reasons that I think this product is really cool to see is because this product is on Amazon. But guess what, Jessica? Most of the Amazon links for this product are actually AliExpress suppliers. So these products that they're selling on Amazon are actually just coming from those AliExpress suppliers anyways. And that I find that to be super interesting. And anyways, so this is actually something that I wanted to get myself. And it is the perfect gift because right now, most of us, while you can go to an RMT, you probably don't really want to right now, or many people feel safer being at home and not going to get the services of an RMT. So this really helps instead.
I love it. It made me immediately think of, did you ever watch The Simpsons and Homer had a makeup gun?
Oh, no, I didn't. The makeup gun. I did watch The Simpsons,
Okay.
but I don't remember the makeup gun.
Okay, I'm just gonna move past it before I crack myself up. But this particular massage gun, it's pricier. So I think I think the thing to point out about pricier products is that you usually need to be willing to spend more on Facebook ads. Like it takes more money to market these and get that for sale, and then you make more money with that for sale potentially. But like talking to other dropshippers, do you find that to be true, or do you think that's a myth?
I think that you would definitely need to invest more in marketing, but I think that would be maybe like that needs more explanation for a beginner. And the reason I say that is because I think that as we've worked at Oberlo for quite a while, and I think the worst thing that I see is beginners feel that they see an expensive product they want to sell, so they just think, okay, so I just need to pump more money into advertising and that's going to get me sales. And that's not the fact of the matter. The fact of the matter is that before you pump that extra money, you need to make sure that you really set up your store well. You've got to make sure all the information is readily available. And I think that, for example, with this massage gun, I know quite a lot about it because I was really interested in purchasing one, is there's so many different attachments, and each attachment is for a different body part. So that's something, for example, that you'd want to write out everywhere on your store, have available, make it beautiful, easy to see. For example,
Yeah.
make a TikTok about it. Someone thinks massage gun and they just think, okay, I mean, I've never gotten a massage, I don't really need it. But if you have a TikTok where you're showing this targets your knee health, this targets a
Yeah.
sore muscle back here, right away, you'll see a lot of success because people will start to identify with those sore muscles or those sore spots and be like, oh, wait a second. Actually, I may not need a massage, but I could use something for my knee. And providing all that information ahead of time and doing that extensive research will really pay off, and will make pumping money into ads effective. So I just want to share that because you're absolutely right, Jessica. But I think it's I just want to add that small detail before before people just start pumping extra money into Facebook like we've seen without preparing.
That's a great point. Also, it's kind of cool because I'm noticing in the chat we've got Space Chick who actually has a massage gun and can vouch that it's a cool product. And then we see like Frederick Madsen has said he's already selling it, and it looks like he's selling it for 150. So a pretty good top dollar. No doubt that if Frederick is selling it for 150, he's doing that work that you mentioned and making sure that his product description is on point. There's also, of course, Good Day Mate John knows the Simpson reference. Thank you, Good Day Mate John. Yeah. We don't have to dwell on that, but I'm glad I have backup there. Cool. I did not see that coming. Like, these are really good. These are some really good new products that you're recommending.
Awesome. I'm so happy to hear. Are we ready for product number 4?
Yeah, let's do it.
So now product number 4, some of the clues are going to be more catered towards you, Jessica, but I'm excited to see, hopefully everyone can guess them. Now, this product is super cool because it's only sold a few $1,000s in the last 2 months. But the caveat here is that the overall growth is 3,000%. So that means that it is absolutely exploding. Like, it is on its way up right now. So if you're looking for a product, it's a hockey stick growth right now. And so that's why I thought this would be a really cool product to discuss today, because it's just on its way up. So if you're thinking, is this saturated? No, but it's about to be. Just joking. Saturation's a myth. But if it was, it was going to be saturated. But this product is actually something that is a clothing product for winter, clothing product for women for winter. And it's something that you actually tried to sell before, Jessica. Mind you, though, it's not sports related, but it's something that keeps you warm, and it's something that you might not necessarily see, but it's a woman's clothing product for the winter. Does anyone have any ideas?
If I've tried to sell it before, I think I know what it might be, but I'm going to see if anyone knows something that keeps a woman warm in the winter. That's a tongue twister, but it's not, but you can't necessarily see it.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, we've already have the answer. Warm leggings. So these leggings, I'm going to drop into the chat. There are velvet winter leggings, and they're like, if you click on them, they look like probably the warmest leggings you will have ever tried on. Demi John, you got it as well.
They're thermal, they're lined.
Yep, exactly. And Shamari, you did also get it as well. That is amazing. So everyone who's thinking like thermals, winter is coming, even though people are not going to be outside as much, they are still going to want to make sure that they're staying warm. And now this product has just seen, it is the fastest growing product right now in terms of the last few months, in terms of growth. So that's why I wanted to include it, because I think that if you want to jump in on women's clothing, you've got to sell this product.
Shamari, okay, we had a question because Shamari is saying, stop giving away my secrets. And I also saw, I think it was Parisa who was a little bit confused about us joking about saturation as a myth. So I just want to take a minute. So saturation, so first of all, if you're like into drop shipping, you're hearing about these products again and again, right? Because you're doing your research, you're studying up on this. But the average customer isn't. The average customer like has never heard of these, even though you might have heard of these because they are a popular drop shipping product and you're watching videos like this. So first of all, sometimes we drop shippers think that just because we've heard of a product more than once, it's saturated.
Yep.
That's not the case. So saturation is not just the number of products sold, it's the number, it's how much is sold in a given market. So, you know, fidget spinners in North America, maybe that's saturated because a lot of Americans know what a fidget spinner is. But there's so much room to be creative. For example, these warm leggings, if you sold them in the UK, for example, might work really well. Also, if you angle them, maybe these are warm leggings for athletes. Put these on after your workout to stay warm on your way back. Or maybe you know, target them as a fashion accessory, like look chic. There's a lot of different ways to angle them. That's how you find your market. It's all about the market and the product, not just how much of the product is sold. So the pie is huge, and people often think, oh, the pie is this big and everyone's got this piece. The pie is like so big. And so
and it can get bigger.
This is what's holding you, it can get bigger. So if this is what's holding you back, stop. Just get that first sale, and then yeah, and then you can do well. But Shamari, I'd be really, really curious. It sounds like, oh, interesting, being inspired by sleep-related products by an earlier video. Yeah, it'd be really interesting to hear like how you're angling this, but no need to give away your secrets. That's all good. I just want to point out the product photos here. It looks like these poor models are like caught going to the bathroom so that they can show the inside out. I would maybe take different product photos, take your own product photos, but I generally love this product.
Yeah, I think it's a really great product, and I think that to be honest, it really stands out just enough. It stands out just enough. You know, it's like it looks so warm, and I think what the benefit here is, you know, sometimes you can have leggings that are very warm, but they're insulated or whatever. A lot of like, let's say fitness ones, but they don't look warm. These leggings look so cozy, and that's why I think that they have seen such success, because when you see these, you're like, I want those. Well, I'm not sure if everyone wants those, if you're a gentleman, but I want those personally. I want to make sure I have those, especially when I'm working from home. That looks like the coziest leggings I could possibly wear. So I completely agree, Jessica. Are you ready for our last product?
Yeah, let's do the last product.
Awesome. Okay, so this product, this is a variation of a product that we had actually talked about in one of our earlier trending products, but it's a little bit different. I wanted to include it because over the last 2 months, it also has also brought in over $100,000. And, you know, it's been around forever. It's a classic dropshipping product. But I think that it's seeing a resurgence because we're all working from home and because we're all inside way more. Now, it's something that you would sell. It's something that increases the moisture in a room. I'm not sure if that's giving it away too much, but let us know in the chat if you can figure out what it is. And
yeah,
go ahead, Jessica.
I was just gonna say I'm also loving what Hire Her Virtually is saying about like Popeyes and KFC, because I miss Popeyes and KFC. I love their fried chicken. How they're both still standing as businesses and they have different things that they're good at.
Actually,
Jeremy was.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, I watched a really cool video that I think everyone should check out if they're interested in marketing, about how when you have opposing markets, or when you have, like, let's say Pepsi and Coke beside each other, the reason that it sells so much more is because now your customer is choosing between either or, rather than not getting something and then getting that product. So I think that it's a really cool marketing example and a little piece of like marketing secret, and it's actually something I found on TikTok. So I think that that's really cool that you mentioned it. And also, everyone got it right. It's a diffuser. I'm sorry, everyone. I think the tough thing with these, humidifiers or diffusers is that they just seem, I don't know about you, but to me, they do seem a little boring. But I think that one of the reasons that I think that they are so great on these lists is because for me, that personally is a product that constantly proves that
Yeah.
you need to look at data, you need to look at sales, figure out, try to figure out what is actually selling well versus what you think is selling well. Because a lot of times, when we do research for these lists or whatnot, it is a surprise for us. And I just want to say that it is a surprise for us working at Oberlo, where we see this every day. So I can imagine, as someone who is new to drop shipping, or when I was new to drop shipping, it is a complete surprise to you, because you're just like, there's no way this product is a bestseller, but it is.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a good learning lesson.
Yeah. Also, if you've been in dropshipping, you've heard of you've heard of humidifiers. Good Day Mate John is on it. This is what I'm about to say, is that this actually looks kind of different, because I was expecting that kind of hourglassy,
Yeah.
minimalistic looking humidifier, but this has a cool kind of multi-chromatic nightlight thing to it. So
Disco
this will
machine.
stand out. Yeah. And there's one, I want to say that Jeremy had a question. He was asking, what if the product he wants to sell can't be found in ordinary stores, but can be found online? This question is great, because here's the thing. Again, we are drop shippers. We know other stores are selling these products because multiple entrepreneurs are importing products from AliExpress. No big deal. But remember, when you're selling, especially if you're selling on Facebook ads, that ad is interrupting someone when they aren't in shopping mode. So this person is not like, oh, I need a humidifier, I'm going to Google search humidifier and search around. This person sees your ad while they're just looking at like other people's baby photos or whatever, and then they're like, oh, this is cool, and they click on it. You want to get that impulse buy. Okay, maybe a couple people out of 100 will be like, well, now I want to search humidifiers and get the best deal. Whatever, don't worry about them. They weren't your customer to begin with. You want to get the person who's like, hey, this is like 25, 30 bucks, looks kind of cool, never seen it before, like it, solves the problem, I'm going to buy it. So that's to that question, Jeremy. I would just say, yeah, do not be worried about the competition. Get your first sale, build your skill, and you're off to the races. Most of the competition will quit, guys. Most of the competition will just quit.
Absolutely. Most of them are going to quit. And the thing is, it's not like there's only one lane. There's a lot of lanes. We can all get to the finish line. Actually, it's not like you've got to elbow people out of the way to get there. We can all get there. And so I think that's a really important point. And what I was just reading some of the chat. Good Day Mate John, I really appreciate that comment, because LED lights are just going viral. Like, as a product, LED lights are taking over the online space. I think a huge reason is because of TikTok, of course, content creators. If you are watching TikTok, TikTokers always have LED lights in the background. Twitch streamers, YouTubers, everyone's got LED lights, and you feel like you want them too. And so this is an amazing way to kind of jump on that LED light trend, but while also selling something that's a little more unique. Because I will be honest, if you want to start selling LED strip lights, you're going to need a really unique angle to kind of get those sold. But this LED humidifier gives you some room to stand out among the competition and still cater to that audience.
Definitely. And Yorna, I think I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I think I'm not. Apologies. But Yorna's, she was saying that she has one of these mini LED humidifiers. She showed it to the friends and they all got it for their dorm rooms. This is, first of all, thank you. I love how in the chat I love how this is a supportive community where we're sharing tips with each other. We're all going to be winners. We're all like doing the work of showing up to chats like this. So like, let's help each other out. Don't worry about the competition. There's enough pie for everyone. But what Yurna is saying is really, she found the product in the market. She's not just, it's not just that this LED humidifier was sold to anyone who's working in the home office. She really keyed in on, okay, college students who want something cool for their dorm room, and probably her ads look different. Her product pages look different than, say, if I sold one of these and it was, it's a night light / humidifier for a children's room. I would have completely different copy, same product, just different branding, different copy. And that's how we're both getting sales from two different audiences. We're getting a lot of sales.
Absolutely. So just get creative and, try to, I think one thing that's also super cool, and I think I would love to share this all with you, is that after I was listening to a few different business podcasts, I think one of the coolest lessons that they shared is to stop externalizing the reasons why something isn't working. Most of the time, it's an internal problem with yourself. Maybe you didn't find the most creative way to sell it. Maybe you didn't price it properly. Maybe your store wasn't set up properly. But rather than constantly saying, oh, the problem is the product, the problem is this, the problem is that, try to do some self work and try to look internally and figure out, what can you do better to sell these products? Was it really the product? Was it really you? Were you not, did you maybe not really take Oberlo 101 and not really understand Facebook ads? I don't know. Maybe that's the reason. Try to explore that and figure out, can you do more? And, can you learn more first? Can you try different angles? And so that's something that I just wanted to add, because it was really cool, flip way of thinking for myself recently that I think really helps when it comes to your personal business.
I want to ask the chat, by the way, Magda, do you have a couple extra minutes
Yep.
if we keep chatting? I want to ask the chat if anyone is a Jocko Willink fan or has read Extreme Ownership, because I'm reading this book called Extreme Ownership by a former Navy SEAL. He's a real like oorah guy. And he talks exactly about this mindset, about how he's kind of talking about leadership, but he consults with entrepreneurs and he tells them, like, take responsibility for everything and you will find yourself reaching results, because most people won't do that. And so I thought that was really cool. I'm going to read through some of the questions and maybe we can get some of these questions and workshop any of them. Let me know if anything has stood out to you.
And I just want to mention, last time we asked in the chat if everyone would like this to be, go a little bit longer than 30 minutes. So here we are, and I'm really excited to spend this extra time with everyone. But one thing that Jessica and we're also workshopping is we really want to be able to help you all succeed. That's it. We want to help you get those sales and succeed with your business, whatever it may be. Is there something else that we can be doing in our live chats that you'd like to see? Would it be talking about shipping? Do people want to know about shipping? Do you want updates about that? Would you like help with more marketing in our live chats? Or do you prefer us just blazing through winning products and giving them to you? Let us know. Would you like us to maybe, for example, review your stores? Is that something you'd be interested in? Just let us know, because we're here to help you succeed. So it's just one more thing that I wanted to mention to all of you, because we want to do what you need us to do to get to your end goal.
For sure. Tony is saying he got his first sale. Congratulations, Tony. After spending $150 on Facebook, and now he's stuck. He feels like he has too many ideas and there's a lot to make this a successful store. First, honestly, Tony, spending $150 to get your first sale is pretty good. Like that's good. You should be really proud of yourself, especially if you're new to Facebook ads. I've had to spend usually between 150, more like 200 to 300 to get the first sale. And then the price per sale goes down. You get smarter. I think here it is, when you're starting that first business, you have so many things you want to do, and yet there's only one person and you might have a day job or school to go to. I have like an idea dump doc, and I try to list all the ideas, and then I try to think of like, okay, which of these ideas would have the most impact? Some of them are cool, but like, okay, they won't have the biggest impact. And I try to use that so I know there's always a place to write down an idea and go back to it later. But Magda, how do you keep all of these ideas, like decide which ones to pursue when there's only one of you and so many ideas?
Well, what I like to do is I like to tell myself that I'm not allowed to go to the next idea unless I have a valid reason. The valid reason and wanting to, liking something more is not a valid reason. If your current idea, if it still stands strong in terms of like, this product seems like it would, do well. I have a unique angle. I try not to allow myself to even go to the next idea until I've completely extinguished that one, because unfortunately, I always fall in love with all my ideas. And frankly, you know what? It's hard enough to carve out time to start one business. No one can start 100 businesses at once. And if anything, that will overwhelm you. So I think that's something that I've learned after starting 100 stores, because of I love different products, I have so many different interests, I realized that it's not the best way to do things. You want to do things one step at a time, and so that's my method. But for everyone else, it can always be different. And absolutely, it is shiny object syndrome. And I think that once you identify that and you really realize, like, is this a good idea, or do I just have shiny object syndrome? It will be easier for you to kind of sit down and figure out, like, that business idea is really cool and you can do it. But first you have to finish this one. And I think with that attitude, you're like, okay, let me get this over with. Because I want to go to that one. And then you might end up actually enjoying that first one more.
Totally. It's cool. Thanks everyone who's saying like that they'd like us to do store reviews, because that's really helpful input. I have a little hack in the meantime. If you're interested, first of all, you're getting a really good link if you stuck around and watch this. If you're interested in seeing what a successful store looks like, Shopify has a branch, I don't know, a separate page. It's called The Exchange. And there, people who are selling their stores list their stores. And the cool things about this is that you can browse by dropshipping stores. You can actually see the revenue. And this is all checked because it's a Shopify store and we pull their Shopify numbers. You can see how much these stores are making, and then you can go to the store and see what that store looks like. Okay, now that I've whet your appetite, this is I'll leave it here, Shopify Exchange. Check that out and look at the product pages. Look how they're describing the products. Look at the branding. Look at all of that. If you want to buy a store and take it from there, you can consider that. It's not the cheapest option, but if you have some money and you just want to get started, it's one option. One thing to note, the numbers you're seeing are revenue. So there's not, we don't know how much money they're spending on Facebook, because Facebook is not a Shopify platform, right? So we don't know how much they're spending on ads. Sometimes they'll say so in the exchange listing and sometimes not. Even so, hey, if someone can sell products and you can figure that out, there you go. I'm hooking you up, guys. You're my live crew. Of course, I'm going to share the good links for the folks who are watching us still.
Absolutely. I think that's most of the questions. I will say I'm surprised to have seen that everyone kind of said unanimously store reviews. That was really interesting. I actually just put that in as a third idea of maybe that somebody would be interested in, but I'm so happy I asked, because it's really cool to see how many people are interested in that. So we can definitely work to get that set up, everyone, because we're here to help.
Definitely. And then Yurna is asking, can we use these stores as a form of template? I would say, be a good fellow entrepreneur. Don't outright steal product page language. But if you like, for example, like a vibe or a color or even a product idea, then go ahead and try if you'd like. Always, here's the thing, is that every entrepreneur is kind of a copycat at first, because you're new, you follow Dropshipping 101, you do exactly what I tell you to do, but you need to get the fundamentals, right? And then once you have the fundamentals down, you get creative. And that's when your numbers stop going doot, 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 and they start going doot, because you've figured out the fundamentals and now you're getting creative. You've probably seen that with like Camille and Beast of Ecom when you're talking to them.
Absolutely. Yeah. First, you need to figure out the fundamentals, and then you can get creative and add your own spin to things. And I see we have some more people asking about marketing and things like that. That's always something that I think we are trying to include more of, but I think we can definitely do some more individual, marketing live streams, or maybe have some more successful entrepreneurs join us on a live stream to figure out, what was it about their marketing that helped them go from here to up here, and share some tips.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's, I think TikTok is so exciting, and this is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what people can do. Yeah, we've got our buddy in the chat agreeing with us. Oberlo, all speaking from one page. Cool. Well, hey, I think we've gone 15 minutes over our normal time, and this has been a lot of fun. And maybe we'll go over a little bit more in the future. But I think for now, it's been really fun to both go through these products and then also have a bit more of a chat. Super fun. Thanks, Magda, for putting together a great product list.
Oh, absolutely. That was a total blast. And everyone, thank you so much for joining us. You can always watch our previous live streams on our channel. So if you want more product lists, check them out. Also, each of the previous live streams have all the products listed and linked for you. So if you just want to blaze through and get some products, go for it. We are here to help you out. And they are on our YouTube page. So in the product from this week will also be listed below in the description. So thank you all so much for joining us, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Thanks. See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye. Happy hustling.
Happy hustling. I'm gonna tell Neil that Good Day Mate John loves our TikTok